6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has categorically stated that Pakistan's nuclear program is for peaceful purposes and no compromise will be made on it. The Federal Cabinet was informed today that the availability of all necessary medicines has been ensured at all hospitals of Parachinar. The Interior Minister says Pakistan is coming out of difficult times as economic indicators are on a positive trajectory. The Chairman Prime Minister's Youth Programme says the government is taking practical steps for the empowerment of the youth. The nation will celebrate the 148th birth anniversary of the Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah with zeal and fervour tomorrow. In Turkey, 12 people were killed during a blast at an explosives factory in Balıkesir province. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has categorically stated that Pakistan's nuclear program is for peaceful purposes and no compromise will be made on it. Addressing the Federal Cabinet meeting in Islamabad today, he said 240 million people of Pakistan are united over the country's nuclear program, which is for self-defense and does not have any aggressive designs against anyone. The Prime Minister said the imposition of restrictions by the United States on national defense complex and other entities are not justified. The Federal Cabinet was informed today that availability of all necessary medicines has been ensured at all hospitals of Parachinar. The Cabinet was further informed that Prime Minister's helicopter has been designated for the transportation of patients from Parachinar to other cities. It was apprised that relief activities are continuing in Parachinar and both the federal and the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa governments are jointly carrying out these relief activities. Besides, the Cabinet was apprised about the right sizing of various ministries. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has opened the newly constructed Jinnah Avenue underpass at F8 sector Islamabad, which was completed in a record time of just 42 days. Addressing the inaugural ceremony in Islamabad today, he commended the Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi, the Chairman Capital Development Authority and others for completing the underpass at a fast pace. He said once the entire flyover is complete, it will help improve the traffic flow in the twin cities of Islamabad and Rawalpindi. The Prime Minister also expressed the hope that the Serena Chowk project will also be completed with similar zeal and urgency. The Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi says Pakistan is coming out of difficult times as economic indicators are heading towards positive trajectory. He was talking to the Minister for Federal Education and Professional Training, Khalid Maqbool Siddiqui, who called on him in Islamabad. During the meeting, they exchanged views on issues of bilateral interest and the overall situation of the country. They also discussed steps for durable solution to issues of the masses and providing them relief. Speaking on the occasion, the Interior Minister said elements spreading disappointment are pursuing their vested agenda. Mohsin Naqvi said those obstructing the development of Pakistan have nothing to do with the progress of the countrymen. The Chairman Prime Minister's Youth Programme, Rana Mashood Ahmed Khan, says the government is taking practical steps for the empowerment of the youth. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, he said the government has achieved huge successes in areas of education, entertainment, employment, entrepreneurship and sports under the banner of Prime Minister's Youth Programme. He said the National Youth Council has been formed in a transparent manner, having representation of 100 members within the country and 13 from overseas Pakistanis. Highlighting the composition of the National Youth Council, he said the council comprises 49 boys, 49 girls, 2 transgenders and representatives from the minorities. The Chief of the Air Staff, Chief Marshal Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmed Baba Sidhu has reiterated his resolve to further enhance the existing bilateral ties between Pakistan and Azerbaijan. He expressed the resolve while talking to a high-level defense delegation of Azerbaijan that met him at the Pakistan Air Force headquarters in Islamabad today. During the meeting, the Air Chief shared the recent achievements of the Pakistan Air Force, symbolizing his vision of operational excellence in the realm of contemporary warfare domains. The visiting dignitaries lauded the historic and exemplary professionalism demonstrated by the personnel of the Pakistan Air Force and praised Pakistan Air Force's notable progress in developing a thriving domestic capability in the aviation industry in a short time frame. This is Radio Pakistan. The nation will celebrate the 148th birth anniversary of the father of the nation, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, tomorrow with national zeal and fervour. Tomorrow will be a public holiday, whereas national flag will be hoisted atop all public and private buildings. The day will dawn with gun salutes in the federal and the provincial capitals, after which a graceful change of guard ceremony will be held at the mausoleum of the Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah in Karachi. Quran Khwani would also be held at the Mazar-e-Qaid. The Christian community in Pakistan will celebrate Christmas tomorrow as elsewhere in the world. Special programs will be held in churches across the country to celebrate the festival. Residential colonies of the Christian community have been decorated with twinkling lights and stars. Wreaths have been hung outside stores, buzzing with last-minute shopping on the Christmas Eve. Almost all churches have been decorated with colourful lights and illuminated with Christmas trees. The government has made elaborate security arrangements to avert any untoward incident on the occasion. The government has transferred the pension of this month in advance to all pensioners belonging to the Christian community on the occasion of Christmas. According to a notification issued by the Finance Division, the AGPR office transferred the pension into the accounts of the pensioners. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has called on the Indian government to abandon its rigid stance and acknowledge the ground realities of the Kashmir dispute. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference spokesman, Advocate Abdur Rashid Minhas, in a statement in Srinagar, condemned the increasing cordon and search operations in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, especially during the harsh winter months. Abdur Rashid Minhas stated that these operations aim to suppress the freedom sentiments of the Kashmiri people. He described the territory as a massive jail where political expression is stifled under the pressure of draconian laws and military force. The Indian forces have intensified crackdowns on Kashmiri activists by filing baseless charges to silence the voices advocating for the inalienable right to self-determination. In Turkey, 12 people have been killed and 3 others injured during a blast at an explosives factory in Balıkesir province. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has expressed deep grief over the loss of 12 precious lives in the accident at the explosive production facility in Balıkesir province of Turkey. In a post on X, he extended heartfelt condolences to the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and the Turkish brethren. A Russian cargo ship sank in the Mediterranean Sea between Spain and Algeria, and 2 of its crew members are reportedly missing. The Russian Foreign Ministry, in a statement, said the ship went down after an explosion in its engine room, and 14 of its 16 crew members have been rescued and brought to Spain. And finally, the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very cold in hilly areas during morning and night hours during the next 12 hours. However, fog and smog in patches is likely to persist at a few plain areas of Upper Sindh and the Punjab during morning and night hours. Frost is likely to occur at isolated places in Islamabad, Pothohar region and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa during morning hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.